Hey, welcome to the channel. Fire's still in for last night. I've just loaded it up. Hey, welcome. But it's smoke. It's just. I'm just hoping it's just going to burst in at life. It is. I can see it.
Stop the silence. Start the conversation. Get in touch.
I really should light it because it's probably smoking too much. I just get a buzz out of seeing it catching. It should, like, I'll tell you what I'll try and do. I'll open the now watch this. Watch this.
They're very tired, aren't they?
Training on Christmas Day and don't really get a decent Christmas. They have to go out and play all over the country. Actually, they don't. To be fair, they don't, do they? Yeah.
Something's burning.
They do. I've asked.
Something's burning there.
I said, well, do you do Christmas cards to each other? Can you imagine what Secret Santa is for Premier League football? It's a Lamborghini. No, we can actually limit this at £10,000 or something like that. But they don't do that.
I don't think that makes much difference. Hey, look, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
About the fact that, it's just such a difficult time. No,
I wouldn't take a job right out to work Christmas Day.
would you not?
Every year.
Yeah, you have, right?
I have done it in
Oh, I can hear something.
here and there, but I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah, absolutely. When I used to,
I'm too long in the tooth.
I know you're long in the tooth, and I'm too long in the tooth as well. When I was a young broadcaster, and I insisted I'd do a breakfast show on the radio.
He's coming, he's coming.
My parents and the family, what they'd have to do, they'd get up, and I said, no, you've got to get back into bed because we're going to do the presents properly.
Yeah.
So although I do a breakfast show, and then I arrive back at now, so it seems like it's real.
Yeah.
So I'm very strict when it comes to opening presents.
Yeah, it's good way of doing it.
Stuff. It's very nice. Do you know football?
Come on.
Fly through some of these. Newcastle 3, Liverpool 3. I mean, there's 25 goals in the Premier League in 6 games yesterday. So goals going in everywhere. Newcastle against Liverpool was a terrific game. Newcastle scored, equaliser right at the very end.
God, there's a lot of smoke in there. It must be catching fire. Come on.
Struggling at the moment.
Come on.
You know, he's now going in press conferences saying, I feel very bad about this, and we're trying our best, and I can understand, and I'll take responsibility. It sounds like a manager that's on his last.
Come on.
It's a bit like Chunel at West.
Oh, it's going. I can see it going down there in the corner, in the left-hand corner.
Very good. They beat Manchester United 2-0. Man City are back again.
Need some flames,
Forest 3-0.
Good, because they were having a bit of
not smoke.
They were. I mean, yeah, you like it. I know.
but Man City have lost, what, 4 or 5 games, was it?
Well, it was their first win in 8.
Ah, well, there you go.
They'd lost a lot, so.
Come on.
There was a.
Come on. So what's happening? Oh, it's amazing the amount of people. I've been checking out the argument I had with that guy yesterday about the battery storage facilities. So I can only assume that they are green communists, is what they actually are. The thing with green communism is maybe don't know, and there is an element of denial. So if you have to cast your mind back to, the fall of the wall between East Germany and West Germany. Now, I'm not a complete expert on this, but communism has this scenario where you sort of pretend you're working, and it seems a bit pointless. There's not really any goals. You're just sort of existing. So that's what we've got. That's what's happened. Is so it's under the guise of saving the planet. They've shoved that in. So it's techno-feudalism. It's big tech, big companies, corporate companies making big money, and you're better just staying at home. And so the battery storage facilities are a classic example of how people. Is that really going to go? It's like, maybe it's because there's not enough paper in it or something. It's not quite going. Oh, there we go. It's away. It's away. Yay! I feel such a dickhead. A divot. Yay! That's the bit I was trying to film. I didn't know when it was going to happen because it happens kind of suddenly. Combustion. You know, like, so if I sit there with a phone, in the past it's actually done it, you know, and it's too late, and I'll just switch the phone on now or something, you know. Yeah, so they're sort of supporting this thing. So I suppose they don't, maybe they haven't really, they genuinely are green communists, or they just, a lot of them are in denial, because if you accuse them of being it, they deny it and laugh. They laugh at you. So they don't, I don't think they accept that they are green communists, but that's what they're advocating and that's what they want. But maybe it's just a thing where you want something and you haven't really thought about the consequences. A bit like wanting a sex change. You know, it's like... So when you go through that process, you have to be obsessed with the process. Otherwise you won't do it. And, you know, wow, that's a great fire, isn't it? Eh? So and that analogy is quite good. So it's a bit like this dream. You've got this dream that you want net zero, and there'll be zero pollution. So the analogy that we're going for the sex change is you've got that goal is that you are in one sex and you're going to be in a different one. But of course, a lot of that, for example, that one is a problem with fundamental education. But you can't change your sex. You can change your gender. So let's just call it gender then. So you go for a gender change from one to another, male to female in my case. So, and then you're so obsessed with it that you actually land up with an operation and everything like that. And at some point, the reality is going to hit you. At one, and it has with me. I mean, I'm trying to get over it. Like, I'm trying to kind of just get on with things. Occasionally, the dark, sort of depressive thing sort of creeps in, and it's generally centred around that. So so basically, I am trying to just get on with things and accept things. So it's the same with the net zero thing. So you've got this goal, and that's what you want, and you're striving for it. It's not exactly the same, but it is different, obviously. But you're not fully aware of the consequences of what you are actually wanting. So I think the people on Facebook who are supporting this green, so-called green technology, the battery storage facilities and wind farms, they're not aware of the consequences for them of what they support. That's because they're probably delusional, somewhat delusional, in that they don't believe the warning, the warning voices, like there's going to be blackouts, your bills are going to treble, you're not going to be able to use power when you want to use power. All the industry is going to be shut in this country. All these warnings, it's rubbish. There's green energy, there's green jobs, there's this, that, or other. That's never going to happen. So it's almost like they are part of a cult. So the green energy thing, it's like it is a cult, yeah, like a religion, ideological, and all the while, corporations are laughing. Corporations are making money, subsidies for these wind farms. They are. It's actually quite clever if you really look at it. What the actual corporations have done, they've turned it full circle. So you'd have like environmentalists hating, say, oil companies, and they've turned it full circle that the very same environmentalists are supporting toxic battery facilities in a farmer's field up and down the country, but in particular in Stirling, and that is part of their ideological goal. But the guy who was arguing on Facebook, I don't know if he actually works in the green sector, so that's why he's pushing all this stuff. So I always sort of liken them to Arnold Clark salesmen. You know, that they're very short-sighted and they're psychopathic in nature because they want you to buy a car. It doesn't really matter how unreliable that car is or how dangerous it is. It's their job to lie through their teeth and sell you that car or van, right? And that's what they do. So the guy putting out, he sent me this link. It's from a trade paper. I'm going to have a look at it now. So the fire's going. That was, the fire is going, so we can turn it down a bit now. So that's nice, isn't it? I mean, I might as well have the fire going, given that I've got so much, fuel to put in it. I'll probably let it die out a bit through the middle of the day, and then, because normally it gets warmer. So today, what's on the agenda today is I've got to empty the van. Well, the weather messed me up yesterday. I'm going to have a look out the window actually. Oh god, it's damp. It's wet and damp, so what I'm trying to do is sort out the stuff that I got, and I'm in a bad mood about it. It's the stuff that I get, a lot of it's rubbish, and it's like, and I've got to prepare it for, I'm actually thinking about giving up. It's stopping me from doing art. I'm spending more time doing things that, it's just about discipline. I'm not disciplined enough. I am in a certain way, but I'm not doing it. So this is Thursday and I haven't been in the art studio. Well, I've been in it and I haven't done anything. And it's because the other thing is that I'm trying to sort out all the firewood, to be fair, so that is a thing that's happening. What am I talking about? Right, let's go and have a look. We'll leave that fire like that now. That's good. See what it's like. But I quite like that, the thing igniting itself. So that's been kept in from last night. Oh, somebody said my art was shite last night in this. There's an art thing, a Ford Escort with a dowley on it, which was the Turner. I think it was the Turner Prize. Winner of the Turner Prize. I think that's what it was, and it was getting the use slagged off, but basically my observation is, and this is, I don't know if I should say this, but if you're going to get an artist being singled out as oh, here we go, here it is. So the link he gave me, this guy, right? So I've already done a video about this. Nobody seems to be interested, but I am interested in this, and I think this is really vitally important. So Stirling's the happiest place in Scotland, apparently. So I went and put a damper on it by saying the battery storage facility BSS South Plain, they're planning only 3 miles to end that happiness. If it happens, which it looks like it will, because most people don't care, I'm not apologising for this warning. So we've got Ian Mack, Graham Fairweather, Stephen Gibb, David Bailey liking that, and we've got, so there's very little support for me. Why would a battery storage facility 3 miles from Stirling be an issue? He's playing with me here. They do that a lot, these people, right? So Niesel Ullman, Donna Hanlon Gray liked his comment. So they're laughing at my comment. When your children, well, there's only one laughed at that. When your grandchildren's lungs get filled with smoke, you might be able to work it out. Now, yeah, right? I don't have to explain that, do I? Smoke from batteries for storage facility, how does that work? Please explain. I mean, it's easy to set alight. So it's lithium batteries. I haven't explained it here. Well, they naturally overheat and burn if she's left alone. So for me, these installations like they are on borrowed time from the outset in normal operation. I'd love to know what the failure rate is during use. Major incidents have already happened in America still. Did you find Grenfell Tower equally amusing? So there he comes up with this, and this is him game, set and match, right? Easy to find out, he says. David Bailey, it's him there. The rate of failure incidents fell 97% between 2018 and 2023. The chart and the study, so it went from around 9. So getting your head around these figures, fell 97%. So there's still 3% that it hasn't fallen between 2008 and 2023. I'm not so easy to set a light. I'm now convinced you're an expert in you're not an expert in energy storage. Well, they can light themselves for start, but I think what you would do is you would get a round and just shoot it through it. I think that would do it, because bear in mind they're getting put in containers, storage containers. Now this is a factor. So this is what they're planning to do, is put them in storage containers in a field. So if you get yourself ballistics and shoot each one of them, you could shoot every one in the country if you're a terrorist. So why is that? So I'm not an expert. Well, I'm not an expert in energy storage, no. But so then what I said was this link here. We'll go to it. So this is energy storage. This is like the equivalent of, if I said Arnold Clark cars are unreliable, you would go to an Arnold Clark website which says that 97% of Arnold Clark cars are not unreliable, and you go, that's the evidence we need. This is a trade paper. It's biased, and that's the sort of thing you're going to have up in Stirling. That there, these battery facilities, concrete base. It's just an unbelievable. The thing with it is, it's like, at the end of the day, you have power station. Well, we had power stations and they've shut them, right? But you do accept, well, most people accept that you're going to have that in specific places. But this battery storage thing, it's bringing it right next to where we live, and it's dangerous. These things there. This is just grifting. They're making money out of us, and we're paying. So that's the thing. We have to pay for it. We are paying for all this. We pay for it, right? You've always got to remember that. We pay, regardless of whether you're working, you're not working. You are paying for it. So what I said to him was, this looks like an industry website. Biased trade journal you have chosen for your figures. I'm not sure I believe that, but at least it's a figure. So from that we can work out the thing outside Stirling is going to burst into flames. Have you read Grenfell Tower Insulation Panel Monthly? I'm sure you believe that didn't burn down as well, so he's backed off. So we've got these traitors here against humanity. These people. I think that's what they are. They're traitors against humanity. That are Graham Fairweather. Yeah, you live in Perth, Western Australia. Arthur Fuck's sake. Arthur Fuck's sake. That seems like a fake Arthur fuck's sake. Well, that's worth blocking, isn't it? Eh? I mean, that's not a serious person, is it? Arthur fuck's sake. I mean, that's a fake person, isn't it? Right, okay, get back to it. It's easy to get back to it. What the hell's see my thing? It's either sexy underwear or clapped out rusty cars. So I always say like the algorithms know you better than you do. or they know you more than you want to admit. You know, so he's not come up with an answer for that one. But what happens typically with these guys is when you start beating them, I start off seeming a bit mental or something, right? And when we get down to the nitty gritty, because they think, oh, this is easy. This Lucinda, it'll be easy to argue with this artist idiot, doesn't know what they're talking about. I do. And then they usually what they often do is they delete their comments. It happens quite a lot, and that's what happened to that guy the other day. But this guy here, he's just disappeared. Because it's quite a horrible indictment, isn't it, to this David Bailey and these people there, that their children and grandchildren are going to be poisoned because they didn't stand up and be counted, because they fell for this ideological nonsense that isn't going to work, and we're going to get rid of in 10, 15 years. Meanwhile, you're pushing your children, and if they don't get damaged in the fire, they're going to get pushed into poverty with this green communism. So it's net zero at any cost. It's absolutely insane, and it really is. And this, they are. What is this idiot? Right. Often you'll find that they do work in that Scottish nationalist. He's from Stirling. Well, why don't you just fuck off and stay? Well, you already are in Perth, Western Australia. Look at him. It does something to your face. Going to Australia, the heat. I'm fucking convinced of it. When you look at Australians, it's not even a video, it's just a picture. Your face it changes it. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? The heat. It's like, of course it would, but it makes their faces go different, and I can't even explain why or what it is. Jockstein. He's got chairs. He's got first stroke. Twinned with Italy, really? I don't understand that one. I don't know what the twinned with Italy. Unfortunately, your hero is the only one that that was able to go to Westminster and have a coherent alcoholism versus communism. God. Right. Okay. So these people, right? Let's have a look at Chunel update. We've spent too much time doing that. I do apologise. We'll have another look at some tomorrow. Right. Content dashboard 5432 content. See if there's any of them got any views. The log splitting one. That was really interesting. That one. Funnily enough, that professor is the same name as that guy, David Bailey, and I very rarely actually video television. I should have turned it up a bit. I should have turned it up a bit, actually, to tell you.
David Bailey.
Right, so this guy...
That's not a David Bailey, that's me.
He actually says what I've been saying.
To a low level of capacity utilisation, whereas you're accounting for wind on the basis of marginal cost of the extra kilowatt hour of wind, ignoring the £1 billion that has to be paid out when there's too much wind or the electricity is produced at the wrong time. And I think when you look at the accounting altogether, gas is actually still very competitive.
Well, I beg to differ on that one. We have a marginal cost-based system, and that's how it operates. So from my point of view, I think we need to build that more sustainable. And where I also agree with Claire, by the way, is the nuclear point. We are world leaders in modular nuclear energy. Rolls-Royce and others have been making this for years and years to go into our nuclear submarines.
Yeah.
We've got expertise on this.
That's what I've been saying.
So this guy says what I've been saying, that we should ditch all this. Well, in order to get to net zero, if we must get to net zero, modular nuclear reactors, and he's just said it. And you know, this guy here, David Bailey, I like Rees Mogg. A lot of Scots don't like him. You meet people in Scotland and they'll start slagging it up. It's happened to me quite a lot, and I'll just stand there going, oh. And it's one of these awkward moments where, well, I actually like him. I think some Scots, some people have an inferiority complex, and because he's posh and he's well educated, he's got a posh voice, he's been at public school, it gives a funny effect on them. It doesn't do that with me. I don't feel that for Jacob Rees-Mogg. I think he deserves. So I believe in sort of like, you know, if you work hard and do well and you're up the competence hierarchy, you should be wealthy. But I mean, he's got a lovely house and he's got a lovely wife and children and the ideal life, and he deserves it. Why shouldn't he? He's a very clever man and he's a great guy to listen to. And I don't feel. I mean, I'm grateful for my wealth, so I don't have this inferiority complex. I think that's what it is. And it's not necessarily because you're Scottish. I think it's probably because probably the same if you're up in the north of England. But there's a sort of resentment for him. That's because he's a Tory, and the striped shirt and everything, and the suit and everything. But he doesn't do that with me. I think he's a really clever guy. The things he says are for us, as far as I can tell. So how my perspective is, he supports us. So, but then that's maybe something to do with my. I'm not a green communist, am I? So, right, let's get out of here. Right, where were we? Right, community. Let's see if there's any messages. It's a Beetle. It's a Volkswagen Beetle. God, when did that happen? Can't remember doing that. Oh, was I behind it? Aye, I think I was. Aye.
It's a BL. It's a Volkswagen BL.
Aye, I had my Volkswagen.
1972. What an example.
Yeah.
It's driving really nice, isn't it? It's motoring along just a thing.
I think that was in the summer, eh?
No, I don't think so. It's not looking like it. Yeah.
Beetle.
We're going to go up now, turn left at Fleet. So, the last thing I want to do is crash into the freaking thing.
Right. So there it is. It's a Beetle. Right. What else we got? I think that's all we've got. Held. No, nothing. Right. Contact. Let's see if there's any views for the shorts. Put a few shorts. I'm gonna have to empty the phone today. Welcome to the numpty zone. Right. Okay. I think that'll do it for now, guys. That's going to do it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll go and check the fire. Look, see, that's what I'm burning. Well, we got it, didn't you? So I was out there with a chainsaw, and I come up with like, I don't know, 5 tubs of sawdust like that. And what I do is I sweep it up right away, a big snow shovel and a brush. Obviously, because if I don't, you don't want the rain to get in it, you know? You don't want the dampness to get in it. So it was better me doing it when it was icy, you know, when the weather was icy and then. Right, so thanks for watching this video. We've got 29 minutes. Wow, that's taking too long to do a channel update. Thanks for watching. There's a fire going. I'm going to put some more fuel on it. Get myself sorted out and get out and see if I can sort the van out. If it's going to be too wet, I'm going to have to rearrange my day. Try and work out a way of doing it. It's awkward because my white car's down at the garage, because I usually use that to store stuff in it, the white Citroen, so I'm struggling a little bit with that. So please like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye!